Hey guys, Tiller here, back again with another review, and today we are having a look at the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Punisher. Now today I wanted to do a comparison between a couple Venom figures. Probably already know what that is if you saw last week's review. But I just haven't been in the mood lately, and I got this guy today thanks to fellow Instagrammer DPJones_awesome. He is awesome, to say the least. Yeah, he hooked me up with this guy in a little bonus. It's a J. Jonah Jameson, I believe, from the movie. Well, I tried to give him his Hitler stash, but that didn't really work. But my shenanigans aside, this is a fantastic figure. So we're going to move him out of the way for a minute. And take a closer look at the box. It says the Punisher, and it's all white. There is no skull. I would have liked a skull in the background here, because they do like for like the X-Men. I think there's an X back there, but yeah, that's you read that right. I found him in the wild. So suck it, scalpers. Actually found Punisher too, but I didn't need him. It's got the little skull on the top, and then some really good artwork of him on the side. I would have preferred if his head looked more like that than how it actually turned out, but how it turned out actually isn't too bad. Shows the absorbing man wave. That bitch is still hard to find, as is that bigger bitch. So have fun with that. The rest of these you could probably find 6 of him, 4 each of those, and then probably 5 of each of those. And then we got a picture of the Punisher here. Oh, there he is. I lost him. And then a bio. I'll read up. Pause and read that. Yeah, that's the box. Now onto the figure. The figure comes with a few accessories, obviously, because he is the Punisher. He needs to come with a crap load of guns. He doesn't come with a crap load, he comes with 3. Whatever. He comes with this white, I believe it's well, it's stuck in his hand. A white riot shotgun, I believe. It's got like a barrel underneath it. I've heard it's a grenade launcher. I've heard it's a riot shotgun. If you actually own one, pipe up in the comments what it actually is. And then he comes with this rifle, which is probably my favorite of his weapons. If I only display him with one, it's going to be this one. I'm not sure if he'll be able to dual hand that thing, because this is flat up here. There's like a second grip there, but the handle's there, and I don't know if he can get his arms that far inward to do so, but we'll try it at the end of this video. Then he comes with a bazooka, and this is the same one that comes with that piece of shit Deadpool. It is, I'm not really sure what this part is for. I thought it would be to go over the shoulder, but as you can tell, if you do that, you can only grip the one hand. Wow, that is terrible. If he could get his hand on the handle, that would be quite fascinating, to say the least. But he can hold it in one hand. I just gotta Oh, it's already in there. So, that's kind of a loose fit at all of the weapons, but whatever. Let me straighten his arm out. You gotta have it over his shoulder. Yeah, it's kind of a loose fit. Maybe if you put the shorter handle without the trigger on it, it'll be a little better. Oh, I can't get that thing over his arm, but if I were to display him with this bazooka, I would probably either have it on his back or I would have it in this hand without the trigger, or the handle, I should say, without the trigger on it, because he does not have trigger fingers, which I'm not going to bitch and moan about it, because, you know, there are so many imperfections with these figures. It's like, all you do is complain about them. It's not really a review. It's here are my 36 problems with this figure. It's pretty stupid at the end of the day, but whatever. And you know what? If it's fixable, you shouldn't bitch about it. That's my motto. You shouldn't have to fix it, yes, but if you can, what's the sense bitching about it? Do something about it. Now, we'll just look at those hands. These are the same hands that came with Cap, Cap Wolf, Grim Reaper, so on and so forth. And you can actually, if you have an X-Acto and you're very, very subtle, you could probably slice that groove there and give him a trigger finger. So that's the easy route, but it's going to be a little difficult because you don't want to break it. And then he also has interchangeable heads. This head has grown on me, but it kind of looks like he's smiling, like, very derply, which is kind of funny. He does come with an alternate head. There it is. Which is probably the one I'm going to have him with. I don't really care for that, but other than that, a really solid figure. Of course, he's on the Grim Reaper body, which I think is a little big, but whatever. But he does feature all that. Body's articulation looks up and down. He's got a little bit more due to how high the ball joint is in the, or how high the head sits on the ball joint. Doesn't really faze me. He's got a little bit of rock in the head too, and he can rotate side to side. Ab crunch moves that far forward, that far back. And the shoulders can hinge outward a little bit, but I don't want to chew up the plastic, so I refuse to do so. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got double joint at the elbow. The top one's a little bit more stiffer than the bottom one, so I typically just stick with the bottom one. He has a swivel and a hinge in the wrist. He's got a swivel at the waist, which, if you want to dislocate the skull thing, so be it, but I don't really use the waist swivel at all on any figures, unless it's absolutely 100% necessary. So, I'm not going to complain about that. His hips move out to the side that much. Can't really do the splits, but oh well. Moves forward quite far, and then back not so much because of his ass. He's got a thigh swivel, double joint at the knee, swivel at the boot, which is hidden from the seam, but it still breaks the sculpt up, so I probably won't use that. And he also has a hinge in the foot with a rocker joint. And the best part about this figure is the lower arms are molded in white. This is molded in white because it's a cut there. Hands are molded in white. I don't think the torso is, but the paint is so damn clean, I don't care. So, we're going to do a couple size comparisons, but before we do that, let's give him his big old rifle back. Which, this thing is pretty tight in his hand. mean, if you really wanted to, I guess you could try and get it in. And I don't know if I'll be able to do that in the video, but it's sort of close. Yeah. We'll just do this. How about that? He does have a peg hole on his back for, I do believe the old Toy Biz flight stand will work on that. And you want to make sure this bullet strap thing is lined up with that hole on the back. Especially if you want to put the bazooka in there. There's no rub on the skull either, so that's nice. But yeah, this is a badass figure. I love this guy. He's going definitely all in for the best Legends of the year. I don't know if he'll make top 5, but he's definitely going to be on that list. I typically exclude exclusives. That's funny. But yeah, so that size comparison. Alrighty, let's talk about that. Here is a figure my good buddy Count Stankus just reviewed. I don't know if it's uploaded yet, but co-hosted it last night. There he is. The brown costume Wolverine. The Wolverines. So comment below if you get that reference. Let's see. Which it took me the longest time to realize I did not know he was first appeared in a Hulk comic. And then here is the other figure, which you obviously all should know why I picked these two figures. If you don't, shame on you. You need to read good comic books instead of that Spider-Gwen bullshit. I'm just kidding. But freaking, it's an old 90s book. 90s, maybe early 2000s, I don't remember. Probably 90s. Granted, Ghost Rider's not necessarily this bearer of the Spirit of Vengeance. And Wolverine is not wearing this costume. But these are the characters in that book nonetheless. And if you know what it is, leave a comment below. Unless I told you already. But if not, stay tuned on my Instagram. I will post a pic of all three of these guys looking badass together. Because they already look badass now. And I'm kind of happy that Ghost Rider is taller than Punisher here. So with that being said, Punisher gets a solid 10 out of 10. Granted, his weapons could be a little better. The bazooka is really good. This I could care less about. But yes, it does actually still maintain the peg hole from the Deadpool figure as well. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Kind of rambled, but oh well. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.